Playing JEDGolff. J J J J E E E E E D D D D D. JEDGolff. 2 F's, 1 stick, 2 balls. JEDGolff. Let's do it, man. Hey everybody, Jim Deedlow here. I'm going to do a little JEDGolffing today. It's a little bit challenging in that it is 4 degrees below zero with a wind chill of about 22 to 25 degrees below zero in that area. I think it's where I'm going to be golfing is almost 30 degrees below zero on the wind chill. So it's very important to dress. I'm going to go through each piece of clothing and you can do what you want. All right, here we go. First of all, you got to put a base layer. Don't wear a t-shirt under it, wear the base layer. Some of this stuff is made for this kind of weather. Okay, I'll put the next piece on. All right, the next thing is I usually like to go with a turtleneck or a mock turtleneck. It's hard to find the high turtlenecks, but you can find these mock turtlenecks that go up pretty high. You got your base layer, then you got mock turtleneck. All right, the next layer is I just like standard hoodies. A couple things about this hoodie. You've got to have a hoodie that has a little pouch in case you need it. You got to have a hoodie. You got to have a hood because in dangerous situations, if you lose your hat or it gets really cold or you get caught, you can always whip that hood up too. This one I like because it is this fluorescent color and that makes me visible. Sometimes you're going to be playing out in areas that maybe you shouldn't be or whatever, or closed. You never know where hunters are and that kind of stuff. I always like to have something where if a hunter's shooting a ways away and he's near a golf course, some of these places are rural and so forth. It's nice to have some sort of fluorescent part on, and also it makes you more visible to other golfers who might be on other holes that might be hitting towards you. All right guys, the next thing you need to do, we've got kind of a base here. Let's get a base on our legs and let's take a look. This looks kind of weird, I'm sure, but these are the just a base layer leg. These things, some of these run pretty expensive, but man, it makes a big difference if you buy them and they're insulated correctly. So put your base layer on your legs first. All right guys, next thing after the base layers, you have to have some sort of a running sweatpant. I've tried a lot of different ones, but this is kind of weird. You want something that tapers at the bottom, but is warm and is kind of tight, but not too tight. If you get too tight, it seems like you lose more warmth. So the best thing I found are soccer pants, believe it or not. And these, they've got some warmth, and then they zip at the bottom, so they'll taper at your legs, so you're not flapping or anything as you go. Soccer pants would be the next one. All right, here we go. We got my running shoes. It is 4 degrees below zero, so I had to make sure that 2 pairs of socks, obviously, and then the running shoe. Don't cheap out on the running shoe. I know that I've thought of wearing the hiking boots and so forth when it's really snowy and really cold out, but I believe that you still have to respect the green. So I'm going to be today, it's going to be mostly snow and ice. There'll be some portions that are grass, so I'm definitely going to go with the running shoes. I have a heavier shoe too that I will use. That is a high top basketball shoe once in a while when it's really bad and really snowy and wet out. But today it's just going to be a standard Nike running shoe with 2 pairs of socks. That's all you got to do. I've tried a lot of different pieces. Obviously it gets pretty cold out there, and I've been doing this for 20 years now. But the one thing is obviously it's got to be warm, and it's got to be able to go over all your layers, and it's got to be able to repel water. It doesn't have to be watertight because I don't know. Sometimes I don't like that feel, but this will repel most of the water. But the big thing about this is you'll notice is the pockets. Gotta have a pocket. This is where I carry my GoPros. And then I put ball in here and I carry my phone with me in case there's a problem. So 2 pockets and a third here. And then some of you guys are gonna wanna listen to music as you do it. I don't recommend that. I think that interferes with the communing with nature and all that stuff. But you gotta get the zipped pockets. You don't want stuff falling out of it. You see, this is it's a hunting jacket, but it'll work fine. Certainly these liners, they cost about 12, 15 bucks. You can get them at most running stores or at some sort of hunting stores. You bring over the liner, and then you just come up with another hat. I got this hat from my daughter. I know it looks kind of funky, but it actually works the best. It fits real nice. And then with your glove, don't cheap out with the gloves, okay? You got a standard set of gloves here for shoveling and so forth. These actually work well out because it has a little stripe of grip right there in the middle there. Tried all sorts of gloves over
over time. So take a look here. Look at me here. I got fully functional. I can lift my arms, everything, and I'm completely covered. I'll get some sunglasses on. So even the sunglasses, I have a pair of motorcycle riding sunglasses, which are what I will wear, and part of that is that they are basically sealed around the eye and they keep my eyes warm. So basically the only thing that's going to be showing to the world as I go out in 4 degree below temperatures is my mustache. So there it is. It's how to dress for JEDGolff in extreme cold.